Hey, so today's guest is someone I actually got a chance to see years ago fight Roxanne Modafferi, and I love this woman. She's a pioneer in women's mixed martial arts. She is a veteran with a 22 to and 5 record. I mean, like she's seriously one of the most noted American mixed martial artists and grappler of her time. I'd like to welcome Tara LaRosa. Hey, hey, hey. This is Evolve WMMA, and I'm your host, Shelley Devine. So we are on. We're live.
Hey,
We're live, but we're live.
read on.
Where we're gonna be. So it has been, I think, almost, honest to God, like 8 years.
Yes,
Like
yes.
crazy. I think I saw you down in Atlantic City is the last time I saw you for a fight, and I can't remember who it was. I think it was I don't know who you were fighting. I know you won, but
It was after the Roxanne Modafferi fight,
yeah,
right?
that was Moosin, and then this one was
Hitomi Akano.
yes,
Yeah, it was Hitomi Akano in the um not the Taj Mahal.
it was right around there though, and
Yeah,
the promotions.
yeah.
This I don't even remember what the promotion was.
Damage MMA. Yeah, they're gone. They were one and done. They got me some big fancy belt, and then that was it. That was
Yeah.
I broke the bank.
Yeah, well,
I have a terrible history of. I mean, it's almost like a curse. I shut down shows. Like people sign me, or I get up with some show, and then I fight for them, then they fold. And I'm like, damn it! What in the hell? I'm bad luck.
it was all just the start of it, because I used to think like a similar thing, but it was just, we were paving the way.
Oh yeah.
We did our part for what is there, what's now, like what's available to women now. So we just kind of helped bring that, and you were a big part of it. And for my guest, I would like to welcome Tara LaRosa. She's a pioneer in women's MMA. Huge, like did so much. You had like 25 or 22 wins and only 5 losses in
Yeah.
a
The 5 losses came at the end. I reigned for a while.
Reigned for quite a while.
I reigned for a while. Yeah.
Fights, had tough opponents. You had a great run, that's for sure.
It was a good time. It was fun.
It definitely was. I had fun coming to watch the fights too. I think the real big one that I saw you fight at was in Moosin with
Roxanne.
That was a fun one because you guys really brought to the table. It was like one of those ones that really got it was out there more globally, and you guys it was like the best fight of the year for women's mixed martial arts. And
yeah, it was. It did get fight of the year.
And you both had some theatrics going into it.
As we're friends. We're pretty good friends. Oh yeah. I remember being so pissed off before that fight, because I mean, you get there and you're, fight mode, and you're like, I'm focused and whatever, and they hand me these bubblegum pink gloves, and I'm like,
why did they do
are you handing me pink gloves because I'm a chick? Is everybody wearing these gloves? I have like this terrible allergic reaction to pink. I hate pink. I hate being, just because I'm a female,
yeah.
I must love pink, or I must be I don't know, something pink. I can't. It annoys me. It's one of those little irks.
It's one thing if it's you and you want the pink and you like pink, but if they're just handing it to you to say here.
Yeah, some people embrace it, but I'm not. I mean, I'm not a feminist, not at all.
I know that.
I'm not a bra burner or women's lib or none of that shit. But God damn it, don't define me by a color. Like, that just annoys the shit out of me. That's one of those little pet peeves in life that I have. Some people have pet peeves about people making left turns. I don't know. and people have weird pet peeves about different sounding words. That's just my pet peeve is pink. I don't like pink. Ugh.
I'm going to have to look back at that and see and look at the pictures because I have some of the original photographs from that.
Oh yeah, they're prominent.
Photographing, and they were really good. We got some great ones of you guys, but like I don't remember pink gloves.
Oh, I do.
I'm going to have to look. I'm like, oh crap!
I was incensed.
Did Roxanne have pink gloves too?
Yeah.
No!
Yeah. Oh yeah. They made us wear pink gloves. Everybody else had regular gloves. I thought maybe they thought that they were doing us some kind of favor or some shit. Well, I was just like, I'm just
from like where were they from? They were from like Moosin. It was over in. Was it an Asian company?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Was it from Japan or China? Maybe it was.
I'm not sure. But I mean, I'm sure they had somebody American handling a lot of things, and probably the little logistics of gathering gloves and equipment and stuff, whatever.
It's
so
crazy. I don't remember you having pink gloves, but that's the funniest thing. I'm gonna be like, oh my word.
I mean, what a silly thing to get annoyed about, but
yeah, that was
just
it kind of a little sexist. I mean, I think there was a lot of it was I can't remember who was on the main, like on the main event, but I remember there being a lot.
Pujanowski and Tim Sylvia.
There was a lot of people from Poland, I think, because they had a lot of flags.
Oh, his name is I think it's fuck. What was his first name? Marius something. Pujanowski, and he was the strongman. He was like he won the strongman contest. He was big deal in Poland.
Yeah.
He seemed like a nice guy.
Yeah,
but that's like what he came in from. It was like a big deal, and they made a big deal about it. And then and Tim Sylvia for him, because that was the first time that I kind of formally met Tim Sylvia, which is weird because I mean I've been in the sport for so long, and I just met him in 2010, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
So he turns out to be way cool. Like I loved Timmy. He's awesome.
Yeah.
So it was fun. Like it was fun. Like Roxanne was still living in Japan at that time, and she brought me a bunch of little like goodies and knickknacks and stuff from Japan. And then like I know that she loves wheat thins and a couple different things, so I brought her wheat thins, and we brought them to like weigh-ins. It was just fun. It was a good time. Like it was awesome. And then I got hometowned.
Yeah.
I got hometowned because we fought in Massachusetts, which is our home state.
Right.
Whatever. It's whatever. So, anyway.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
I've been kind of like just doing a quick little research of you of the last, maybe few months, and you have been at the center of some controversial, like, just a few.
Oh yeah.
Some trolling.
I'm all out there.
How did you find yourself in the middle of all that with that guy? And how did you get out?
It started kind of like as a joke. Sorry, my cauliflower ears are not allowing these earbuds to stay in. Have serious problems. You have fighter issues. Fighter life. Yeah. Okay, so recently, like, I guess for like the past year, I've been really, really like very like Antifa and everything like that. Like I've gotten sort of political. Is a little weird. It's a strange thing for like fighter to fucking get into. Because who am I? I'm obviously not that intelligent. I'm really not.
Yeah, but who has the state of things? Like with
it affects everybody. It's thrown up in our faces. Everybody, everywhere. School teachers and fighters and garbage men and city workers and anybody anywhere. It's just there. Everything is. But anyway, this whole thing started as some kind of, I don't think it was political, but it was in the vein of it. This guy from Florida was talking a whole lot of shit. Like this internet troll was stalking these different forums and stuff, and he was talking about how women have no business learning martial arts as self-defense because it's only going to endanger them further because they're weak and they can't. It's useless to try and use it against a stronger, bigger man and all this shit. Like, to an extent.
Yes.
To an extent, I agree.
I agree too.
Okay, one of the things that I agree with is that you can't take a 2-hour self-defense seminar and expect to be able to handle yourself in any kind of situation.
Yeah.
And if you think that you can, then that mentality is like a false sense of security. And so you may get yourself into deeper shit if you think that you can handle some kind of physical confrontation instead of running the fuck away, locking yourself in the car, calling the cops, or some other form of getting over it, getting around it.
You have some wherewithal.
So yeah. So I mean, people that are like lifetime martial artists, even then we find ourselves in some bad situations. I have. I mean, I've been doing martial arts and self-defense and every kind of combat art since 1995, and I wound up in a really bad situation in 2012.
Really?
Yeah. So martial arts isn't an end-all be-all, but to say that women shouldn't do martial arts because they're physically inferior is bullshit. And so I guess this guy was stalking all these forums and stuff and saying all this stuff. And finally he barked up the right or wrong tree, I don't know. And this guy was just like, you know what? Why don't we test your theory? Why don't we test your theory? Because I guess this dude was saying, well, not all men are stronger and faster, but I am. And I'm not trained, but I could handle a woman even if she's trained in martial arts. Blah, 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 blah. If she's the same weight and the same size and she's trained, I would be able to take her. I was like, oh, boy. So I saw all this, and I saw the big shit about it, and I thought it was a joke, and I was like, this is dumb. Because they're looking for a female fighter to fight this guy, like an exhibition kind of thing.
Yeah, and what he said, just so our listeners know, he said 99.9% of women experience some, well, actually, no, what did he say? Oh, 99% of men would beat 99% of women in a fight. And then the statistics are 99.9% of women experience some form of sexual assault. And to me, it starts out very young. That's my thought on it. So women should be learning self-defense. So anyways, back to the story.
Anyway, so this guy's been shooting his mouth off, and there's some nationwide search for a female fighter that'll take on this internet troll. And I was absolutely disgusted by it. Matter of fact, I think I made some kind of either a Facebook post or Twitter post making fun of it, and like I was like, it's stupid. Battle of the Sexes is dumb. Not into it. Whatever.
Yeah.
So I forgot about it. It was a shit post. You know, one that you don't pay much attention to. Nothing ever comes of it. So months later.
Oh no.
Months later. See, this is the story of my life. Story of my fucking life. Seriously. Months later, I get tagged in to this conversation on Facebook by one of my friends who apparently has been following this whole charade. And the original chick that they got to do this fight or whatever got injured and had to pull out. And then they found another chick, and then she got injured and pulled out. And they, like, my friend threw my name in there. Like, well, Tara LaRosa could do it. I was like, oh.
You're like,
so I'm dismissive. Oh, completely dismissive. I made a post saying, well, yeah, I'd do it, but I probably have too much experience for this. You know, it was kind of meant as kind of a shitty tweet. Yeah. And so the guy contacted me, and, well, we wound up doing it. And I wound up being the chick that they had that had the martial arts experience and fighting this guy.
Wow.
But it was, I mean, yes, fighting this guy, okay, but it was more a sparring match.
Yeah.
That's what it was, or training, whatever you want to call it. It was not like a fight, but they wanted to do it on Facebook and live and shit like that and whatever. And so they flew me down to Florida.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah. They had gotten a dojo. They found a dojo that had a facility like mats and stuff or whatever.
Oh, wow.
You know. Oh yeah, flew me down to Florida. Me, my boyfriend, my coach, flew us down, put us up in a hotel. So we were going to do this. I was on my way to the venue, and this guy who set the whole thing up called me and told me the cops are here. They're shutting it down.
Because they knew. How did they find out?
Because somebody from the gym that owned the gym got all weirded out by it and everything. And so they called the athletic commission, and the athletic commission called the cops and says that there is an illegal fight ring or an illegal
Not a fight club.
unsanctioned fight going on.
Oh,
And the cops came by and threw their weight around as sometimes overzealous power tripping cops do.
yeah.
Not all, but there's a few out there.
Yeah.
They're mainly in New Jersey. But anyway, and so shut it down. Where I was like, oh yeah? Because now you've just challenged me.
Right.
Now you've just challenged me, and you've challenged my rights, I guess. I don't know how else to put it.
So
I'm
it got
like,
a little political for you even.
oh, I'm so wrapped up in this political shit. I hate it.
Yeah.
But I'm just, maybe this is what happens when you turn 40. I don't know.
Oh,
Because I did, and now I'm just like, politics. I'm like, I have better things in my life to worry about. I really should.
Yeah.
So this happened, and it didn't go down, and then everybody flew home and everything and whatnot. And so we scheduled it for a later date because I was bound and determined to make this shit happen now. So then we found a gym somewhere else in a different state, and we did it there.
Cool.
Yeah.
I saw the video, and you totally like kicked the kids' butt.
Well, the thing was, I didn't want to throw punches. I didn't want to throw strikes because I wanted, for my own personal thing, I don't really care what anybody else had to say about this. I really don't care what anybody else's agenda was, or if they wanted to see some kind of knockdown, drag out, busting teeth and breaking eyeballs and shit. I'm not about it. Yeah. I've also bounced. I've also worked security. And the best way to remove someone or to quell a conflict is not with punches and strikes. Yeah. That just creates more issues and more chaos and turmoil. You friggin' want to get the person under control and get them out quickly. Mm-hmm. That's how it works. In a self-defense situation, you don't strike and turn it into some kind of a combat fight. You don't want that at all. You want to get the fuck away. That's the goal. So I treated this as that kind of a situation. This guy wasn't trained, so I didn't really know what he was coming with. I didn't know if he was going to try and like bite me or pull my hair or try to rip my eyeballs out or what the fuck he was going to do. Yeah. I didn't care. I needed to get this thing over with. Right. So myself, I decided I wasn't going to throw punches. No strikes. So I didn't. Well, I call a lot of shit for that. So everybody's like, you didn't even try to punch him. This is just a grappling match. Yeah, well, I fucking subdued his ass, didn't I? I came out unscathed, no damage. That's the objective.
Exactly.
So that's how it went down. I didn't give him a chance to throw punches. And he didn't know what to do. Once we got to the ground, he had no idea what the fuck to do. He was on top of me at one point, so he thought that he was in an advantageous position. I just waited for his weight to shift, get out from under him, and put him on the mat. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. So he didn't know what the fuck he was doing. And that's how it works with people who are untrained. They don't understand about leverage and advantageous advantageous positions and positions of dominance and control. They don't know anything about that, and that's what we do, especially in jiu-jitsu, especially in grappling, judo. It's not about punching somebody's lights out. It's about controlling them, knowing the threat, and then getting the fuck away.
Yeah, or isolating even a body part to damage it, so then you can get away.
Yes, exactly. Or choke a motherfucker out and leave him laying there face down and walk away.
Yeah.
That's what I believe. That's how it works for me. Anyway. So yeah, that's the story of the internet troll, and actually I guess we kind of became friends after that. He wants a rematch. And I'm just like, come on, dude, stop it.
Well,
stop it.
I think that his cardio was
he thought it was cardio issue.
Which, I mean, I think, could be a difference between the sexes, if the guy was conditioned, but to say that women shouldn't train at all in martial arts is really the ignorant thing to say to women.
And martial arts is more than just self-defense. Martial arts is a way to stay involved with your community. It's a way of, like, I don't know, staying in shape without pushing weights around a gym or running on a treadmill, because who the hell likes doing that shit?
Absolutely.
And it's just a more healthy way. It's great for your confidence too. Exactly. I mean, just knowing that you have the tools to possibly get yourself out of a bad situation. I'm not saying all situations, because I mean, jiu-jitsu doesn't stop a bullet.
Yeah.
Whatever. But it's great for your self-confidence and for being fit and in shape and in tune with your community.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things.
Absolutely. You had mentioned that you had an altercation in 2000, I think.
12.
So do you mind sharing that? What happened?
I was dating a guy up in Washington State, and it was a new relationship. We had been dating for like 3 months, and he was wanting me to kind of like move into his apartment. It was bizarre. I was like, it was a little much. It was a little fast. I had my own apartment. Mm-hmm. So he wanted me to leave things like change of clothes and different stuff or whatever at his apartment. I was like, all right, fine, whatever. So I found out that he was banging somebody else, a couple somebody else's, and I was like, well, that's not really part of the deal. So I kind of went out of this. So I went to his apartment to get all my shit that was still there, and he locked me out. Okay. I suspect that he had somebody in there at the time or whatever. I was like, all right, whatever. So I came back later to get my stuff. And when I did, I went in, and of course, words were exchanged. Lots of words were exchanged. And I'm just as sharp with my tongue as I am with my striking. Yeah. He ended up pushing me because I was trying to get past him. He was blocking my way to go from the bedroom out into the main room because I had all my shit in my arms. And he ended up blocking my way, and I just tried to push past him. He pushed me. I was like, this can't be good. So I dropped all my stuff, and then he grabbed a hold of me. And then I don't even fucking remember how it happened. It was so goddamn chaotic. Yeah. Like it was kind of nuts. Anyway, he ended up throwing a punch at me so hard that he cracked the drywall.
Oh wow.
Like he missed me barely and cracked the drywall as he hit the fucking wall instead. And I was like, oh shit. Like I've never had anybody swing at me that hard before in my entire life. Not in training, not in a fight, not in anything. And if he had connected, it would have splattered my face all over the wall and probably put me out. Wow. It was, and by this time this is 2012, I had been training since 1995. Yeah. So that's kind of a while, I think. I don't know, what's that, 17 years?
You got skills.
Yeah, 17 years. So my my first instinct, with having been trained with training and knowing my shit, and ranges and distances, close the distance on this guy so he can't hit me anymore. Because he was like 6'1", something like that, 190. I don't know.
Yeah.
Obviously bigger than me.
Yeah.
So immediate threat, immediate danger. Close the distance so he can't do damage until I can fucking clearly get the fuck away. It's just him and me in an apartment. There's no help coming. There's no bystanders to break this up. There's nothing.
No referee.
No ref. No, nothing like that. The judges aren't cage side.
Yeah, no help.
So, yeah.
Oh,
so he ended up, I grabbed the hold of his hoodie and kind of sort of buried my face, sort of. And so with that, he stepped back and, put his hands on the back of my head and brought a knee up and fucking kneed me in the face.
Oh, God.
When he kneed me in the face, I was kind of walking forward at the same time, so that upward motion on my upper body with my legs coming forward sent me backwards and through the door of the office area, his office that he had in the apartment. And so after that, he stood over top of me and was saying the stuff. He was like, something like, I'm going to call the police and they're going to side with me. You're a professional fighter. I'm defending myself. All this shit that he's saying, as I'm laying on the floor and he's standing over me, acting like he's going to hit me again. And by that time I had my guard up, my feet between me and him. I was ready for him to pounce on me or something. And so he, I guess, disappeared into the other room, and I fucking quick as shit got up, grabbed all of my shit and fucking left, got out of there and fucking got down to my truck and threw stuff in the truck and got the fuck out of there. So yeah, scary situation.
Yeah, that is terrible.
But that's the kind of shit that happens. That's the kind of situation that people find themselves in.
That's a real life.
Yeah. Instead of throwing punches back, I grabbed the hold of him to close the distance. Most people would have either cowered or tried to throw punches back. You try to throw punches back against somebody who's stronger and faster and all, you're not going to lose. I don't care. You're going to lose. It doesn't matter who you are. Yeah. Whether you're a guy, a girl, trans, whatever fucking gender you identify as. I don't care.
Yeah.
So it's a bad situation, and a bad situation can happen to any of us.
Absolutely.
So, but if I had taken a 2-hour seminar, I wouldn't have been able to fucking navigate through a situation like that. But since I had 17 years of martial arts, I think I came out the best of it that I could have. The situation happened for the best.
Mm-hmm. What it basically comes down to is your instincts kick in, and you made the decision not to stay and fight with him.
Oh, get the fuck out.
Get the hell out.
That's
your number one priority as a person that's being, attacked.
Yeah.
Is to get out. But do you think if you didn't know what you know, say through your martial arts training, that things could have gone worse? Things
would have been way worse. Yes.
Yeah, you would have come out of it maybe ending up in the hospital or something.
Oh yeah.
Like that.
Yes.
Being battered.
Because he was intent on doing damage.
Yeah, wow.
I mean, I'm not going to say, I said there were words exchanged. Like I said, I have a sharp tongue.
Yeah.
And the words that I was throwing at him were meant to cut. They were meant to hurt. And that's what I did.
Yeah.
And shit escalated. Looking back on it, I should have gone to the cops and had a police escort and gone and gotten my shit and got out of there, whatever. But who the fuck thinks of doing that beforehand?
Yeah.
Who anticipates a situation like this if there's never been any kind of violence or turmoil like this before? And then I guess in hindsight, what else could I have done? I could have kept my fucking mouth shut. I could have not said anything. I couldn't have thrown the insults at him that I did and just quietly gotten my shit and left. But it is what it is. But I got out relatively unscathed, except for the knee to the face, which kind of sucked. But whatever,
Yeah,
could have
wow.
been a lot worse.
Yeah, so I mean, looking at like this this episode that you had with this guy, and in a sparring match with him, and then you had actually an altercation years ago.
Yeah,
I mean, did that kind of like, did that bring up a little bit, like, because you knew what it is to be on the receiving end, being a woman, being, some big huge guy coming at you,
hmm
and him saying, well, martial arts isn't a good thing, for women to do. I mean, what was the big takeaway with him? Because I mean, you see the video and stuff, he's still kind of like, yeah, you couldn't do whatever. But
that's his ego. It's
yeah,
because he's got
it
this
didn't
big giant
acknowledge that
ego.
martial arts would be good for a woman to take, because it's, you're gonna be working the stress response. I mean, you had to deal with that. This guy coming at you, your fight or flight instincts coming in, and you constantly, as a fighter, you know how to deal with that. Where I know in the past, like, this is another subject for women, is most women, I think in his statements he had said something like, or 1 in 6 women, or some article was 1 in 6 women are altercated. And I'm like, I beg to differ. It's every single woman has been somehow,
At some point in your
at
life,
some
you
point in their life, has been assaulted or harassed in a
yeah.
really negative way, where they were afraid for themselves. And I wouldn't even, I was thinking, well, maybe it's 1 in 2, but I bet you if I went down the street, I could ask every woman, they say, yes, this happened to me, this happened to me, or this happened to me. Because I know it's happened to me more than once. And I know, like other people, it just has to. I just think it's just
Yeah.
out there. That whole Me Too thing coming out in this last year.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of things that people just don't, and it's not always physical. I
Yeah.
mean,
It's
the
mental.
Me Too hashtag that I put up that pertained to me, it happened at Moosin. Like
Yes.
the fucking doctor that was there to do the pre-fight physicals, the pre-fight exams, insisted that Roxanne and I
I couldn't believe that.
submit to a breast exam. I was like, why didn't you? Number one, this is not in the medical requirements
Yeah.
for any state. There's no breast exam required for any fucking state. And if you really wanted this to go down, if you wanted this to happen, it should have been part of my medical packet that you sent to me to have done. I would have gone to my OBGYN and I would have gotten a mammogram. But
Wow.
you didn't do that because you want to just take us in the bathroom, take off our shirts, and feel us up. And that's exactly what it was. And I raised holy fucking shit about it. And the guy said, oh, well, then you're not going to fight. Okay, so I'm cutting weight. I've been training for 2 months. And I've flown, me and my team, we've flown all the way up there. We've invested all of our time and a lot of money into the training camp. And for a doctor to say that, it's a power play. And it's, I mean, what the fuck do you say? Of course you want to fight. And so you just, what are you going to do? You're not going to fight? It's just, I was incensed. I was furious.
It's crazy. I hope, like when
It's
women
it's
listen.
a mild Me Too. It's a mild Me Too. I didn't get like
Yeah. But
completely. I'm not victimized or anything like that. But I
yeah,
mean,
but still it
it's
affects you
annoying.
in your work environment.
Yeah,
You're working, you're there to earn money, and then you have this creepo, pulling this stunt on you, and he's in a position of supposable power. So it's
yeah,
really nasty. And
yeah.
and I don't think it's happening as much as it did back when you were coming up, and we were kind of, people were paving the way for these opportunities that women have now
Oh my God, it
MMA.
was probably worse back then.
Yeah, totally
Chicks
worse.
would have to
Like,
sleep with promoters or sleep with
yeah,
managers and sleep with
absolutely.
matchmakers to get on a show.
Yeah.
There's rumors that there's this one chick that everybody thinks is like the holy shit. She used to snort coke off of promoters' dicks to get
No.
fights. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, so highly revered.
Oh,
Steroid monkey too, completely.
oh
If
wow.
people only knew. It's just
Yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
And no,
that
it's
was
not
what it,
cyborg. It's
that,
not. Not at
no,
all.
yeah, but that's what it took for women to get there. I was often thinking
Yeah.
about this archetypal force called, the prostitute, and it, in some ways, it put women in this prostitute kind of position to become what they needed to become, say not just in this sport,
Hmm.
but in, like, say, Hollywood, what the women had to do to
Oh my God, yeah.
be. And why is that? I mean, do we, as human beings, do men come up against that at all? Do they have to sell themselves? And what I mean by the prostitute is selling yourself somehow sexually
They
to
definitely
get
do.
where you want to be. And sex is energy.
Hmm.
It's totally,
Now that things have come out, there are men that have been victimized as well. I hate
yeah,
that word,
young,
victimized.
yes,
It's so gross. But there are men that have had to go through some shit, do some things that they probably rather not do to
yeah,
get roles and to get parts or to get, modeling gigs or
yeah,
whatever. It's just the way the world, it seems, because it's coming out in like every culture from top to bottom, rich to poor, and anybody. Like ugh, who knew? Who knew
yeah,
how deep it
exactly,
was? It's as deep as
exactly.
the deep state.
Well, I think we kind of knew it was deep, but nobody really talked about it. And I think,
Yeah.
that whole, video that you did with this guy and kind of, submitted him and he gassed and stuff. It just kind of went on to prove that, what, women do have power. You're a powerful woman, and you don't need to be, degraded or told, no, you shouldn't do this because you're not going to be able to get anywhere anyways, because we're always going to dominate because we're men and we're stronger and whatever. But it comes down to
Yeah.
a lot more than that. You can intimidate a guy through just your presence, and they may back off from doing that. They may not.
I don't I don't know
But
about that, but
yeah,
okay.
well,
Not
I think,
nowadays.
yeah, I think they might in some regards. It depends on the guy, not all guys.
I have a personality that I have a bold personality, I guess. I have a big
Really,
personality that projects. I don't know, projects. That's what it
you
does.
have a
Projects. I
strong
guess I
aura.
don't want to say project strength because I'm just like I'm no Joan of Arc, okay? That's not me.
You have a
But
lot of energy.
yeah, I'm not the meek little wallflower or the little church mouse
Yeah,
that is more likely to be taken advantage of.
yeah.
I'm loud and proud, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what you'd call it, but
But you can back yourself up too. Like, I mean,
yeah. I project an air of being able to back myself up, and that's a lot of what I feel like in self-defense. It's the way that you project yourself. It's the energy that you have about you.
yeah,
It's not that you could punch a hole in somebody's face or rip their arm off or choke them to sleep. It's not that. It starts first off with the projection of you, how you walk through the parking lot, how you walk through the mall.
hmm,
It's are you head up, meeting people's
eye to eye.
eyes, eye to eye, smile, wave, nod, something like that. That's enough.
Yeah,
Just a smile or a nod is enough to friggin' deter somebody, because when you make eye contact with somebody like that, they know that you've seen them now. You can describe them. And that'll maybe they'll pass on you, maybe they'll look for somebody else, but still,
true.
it's stupid little shit like that that is like the first thing in self-defense. That's what needs to be taught, not poke them in the eyes and kick them in the nuts. Self-awareness
Yeah.
and spatial awareness and environmental awareness. Not environment like go save the fucking ecosystem. It's not that.
But where's
It's
the door?
yeah. Where's the door?
Yeah.
Where's the nearest exit?
Yeah.
Where did I park in the parking lot? Did I park up toward the front? Did I park in the back where all the lights are off? Am I walking close to the cars? Don't walk close to the fucking cars. Somebody could jump out and snatch you. Walk down the center of the fucking aisle, of the driveway. Duh, it's common sense shit. Have your keys out and your clicker ready to open your vehicle and get in it.
Yeah.
Don't dilly-dally. Don't be staring into your damn phone. This is stupid shit. Easy shit. These are just habits that can keep you safe.
Yeah.
Don't go places where you're not supposed to be.
Yeah.
Good Christ. I mean, have some common sense. A lot of it's about common sense. It's not about physical prowess or choking and punching at all. Everybody wants it to be because, yeah, that's the fun part.
Right.
Yeah.
One of the things, though, too, that I've noticed, though, when I stop training and then I get back into training, my body has to condition for impact. Now, like, personally, I if I got hit in the head now, you know, or kneed or something like that, I would probably get knocked out or dazed a lot quicker than if I was in the gym and I was taking little, you know, hits here and there, just a little bit here and there to kind of condition that out of me, but also to condition getting used to kind of getting hit, which is kind of sounds like, you know, if you're not a martial artist, sounds a little like twisted, but
kind of, yeah, but
it conditions you to like, oh, I can keep my eyes open even though that fist is like coming right at me. Woo, I get
well, that's the same thing. That's one of the things that I stress about self-defense, and when it becomes physical, know how to fall.
Yeah.
Like judo, know how to fall. So when you fall, you don't smack your head on something, or you're not smacking your head on the ground and knocking yourself out or whatever the hell. Know how to fall into a defensive position
or
if somebody exerts force on you.
Or an offensive one where you're choking the shit out of them.
Yeah, there's so much. Yeah. There's just a lot. There really is. There's a lot I should do a video.
So, I wanted to know, I think the last time I spoke with you, you were training with Hoist Gracie.
I had trained a long time ago. That's who I have my ranking under. And I haven't, honestly, I think the last time I saw Hoist was 2013. That's the last time I saw him. It was in Albuquerque. He did a seminar. I went over to the seminar just to hang out because I've known him since 2001. So I have my ranking under him.
You got your black belt under him?
No, I'm like the oldest purple belt in the world. I'm a 4-stripe purple belt, which I got in 2007. Like, I just haven't been evaluated or tested, or been in a gym where gi jiu-jitsu is where we do a lot of gi jiu-jitsu. So I took the gi off a while ago.
So, you're doing no gi now?
I've done no gi since 2007, 8, 9, something like that. It's been a while.
And you trained at a lot of the top like MMA gyms in this country. I mean, like American Top Team. You went to Jackson's, and I mean, what did you like when you went to all these different places? What were the key little nuggets that you picked up from each place? Like something different from each. Like what is it, 4 or 5?
The one thing that confirmed, I developed this motto years ago: if the roof don't leak, I ain't interested. Meaning that if it's too easy and if it's too new and clean and perfect and every state-of-the-art piece of equipment, you're not going to work as hard, I don't think. I like the gyms where the roof is leaking, it smells a little funny, the mats could probably use a better cleaning, like that's where you got your grit and your grime, and you want to you work harder, and you're working with each other. You don't have fancy machines to depend on. You have to depend on yourself and your training partners. Nice. So I like that approach better. That's just what works for me. Not to say that American Top Team isn't the place, because that place has all kinds of state-of-the-art shit, and it's beautiful. Yeah. It's amazing, and they have some very amazing fighters and people to work with, but not my style. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a big difference between the old Jacksons and the new Jacksons. The new Jacksons MMA, which is JW, not Jacksons anymore. Mm-hmm. It's a big, shiny facility. They got 2 cages, beautiful mats and weights and fancy shit like saunas and I think they have that cold
Oh, the
cryogenic tank
cryogenic
thing.
stuff. They have
Some
that too. Wow.
some shit like that. I don't know. And they
Yeah.
have a on-site um, like a not a chiropractor, not a physical therapist, but like a hybrid in between who's absolutely amazing. You go get fucked up on the mats, you walk upstairs to his office and he fixes you.
That's
You
awesome.
know, on site. Yeah, it's everything at your fingertips. Everything. I mean, they have people there that'll help you get your medicals done. They'll help you get flights or whatever the hell figured out. Everything. I mean, it's
Wow.
become one-stop shopping. The old Jacksons, where I trained at for 3 years,
Yeah.
there's some people around, but it was the roof leaked.
Yeah.
We had to put this big giant trash can in the middle of the mats when it rained. Even though it rains in Albuquerque from time to time,
Yeah.
and if we didn't, well, we'd have swimming lessons in the gym. So,
Nice.
but we
That's
worked
how it
hard.
up in here at Boston, but it would be a swimming pool from sweat at Sityatong.
Yeah, but yeah, like there's little gyms that like Philadelphia Fight Factory. There wasn't a goddamn thing there. It was just mats.
Yeah.
And we busted our asses, and we busted each other's asses, and it was awesome. And we pushed each other. There wasn't any kind of fancy place to sit and grab your water or some nice cold water fountain. None of that shit. Just kind of a little. I fixed the roof there, actually. Like, I went up on the roof, and the whole thing used to leak, and it used to, it would flood the stairs.
Oh
This
my
drain that was clogged up or whatever. So I climbed up on the roof and I fixed the damn roof so it didn't leak.
Holy crap! Wow.
But my point is, the places that I've trained at that have kind of been like that, the leaky roof, mom and pop, they've been the best gyms. I've gotten the best work there, and some of the best people have come out of there. So
Yeah, they're really
yeah,
authentic.
yeah.
Yeah.
Eddie Alvarez, the
Yeah.
Eddie Alvarezes of the world have
Yeah.
come out of gyms like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's fun. But that's just me.
Yeah, but it's funny. How did you kind of like, get into it all? Like, from the very beginning, what was that part of your spirit that brought you into martial arts, and that you just were like, oh my God, I found my thing?
So I was born. Let's go back to the beginning. I was born in 1978.
Yeah.
Which was about 4 years after the Vietnam War ended. And so after that ended, people wouldn't talk about it because it was a lot of people saw it was an embarrassment to the country, and people were not receptive to the veterans that were coming home, and there's a big stigma about it. And people didn't start talking about it until the 1980s. And then you started to have movies start to emerge, like Rambo and different movies that dealt with either Vietnam or people coming back from Vietnam, Platoon, and different shit like that. Magnum PI,
Right.
Different shows. And so I grew up watching this, and it kind of painted it in a different light. And so it was always about the good guy versus the bad guy, and the romanticism of like the one-on-one fight, and the hero always emerges. Yeah, he might die at the end from his wounds, but he still saved the day, and the village is safe, and whatever shit like that. So I grew up watching this and being so I grew up in the 80s watching these awesome movies. I absolutely
start
love.
Another Me Too movement,
right?
Away from being sexually assaulted.
Right?
Movies. That's the Me Too movement.
Yeah. Chuck Norris was my hero. Like, I loved Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris was like my god, and so like I wanted to get into karate. And then came like Steven Seagal and Van Damme. And these guys they were superstars, and they were so badass.
Yeah.
And they always saved the oppressed and the meek or the weak or the person who was victimized or whatever. And I was like, this is amazing. This is so cool. I want to do karate. I want to do martial arts. Oh, this is awesome. Yeah,
Now
my
I know
parents.
why you and Roxanne are good friends.
Right, right. So my parents would never allow it. They were not into it. They're just like, no, you're going to get hurt, or you're going to end up hurting somebody. No. So I was like, "Gah, whatever." So I played sports. I played team sports my whole life: field hockey, basketball, softball, all growing up since like fifth grade. And finally I got in trouble in high school, my senior year, and I got kicked out of all school sports and all school activities. Basically, I got banned from the school except to go to school, and that's it.
Oh my.
So yeah, that's a long story. We'll save it for a different day.
Okay.
So my cousin was a New Jersey state trooper, and he had his own Shotokan dojo. Well, I had idle hands, so you got to get me into something because I don't usually have time like that on my hands, which is not a good thing. So my mom called him up, and he was like, "Have her come on over." I was like, "Okay." So finally, that's how I got started in martial arts. My cousin's dojo, Shotokan Karate,
Cool.
and come to find out, I I had a fear of hitting people.
No.
I was afraid to throw a punch. I was afraid to hurt someone, or I was afraid to hit someone.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. This is
I mean,
1995.
wow. I mean, where do you think that came from? Like, do you
I
think
don't
it was
know.
always in you? Like,
I'm not sure. I mean, I've always had the protector kind of thing where I want to stand up for the weak kid, or the person that's getting picked on. But I'd never really been in a physical altercation.
yeah.
And there was some shit that happened, but never mounted to anything. And I was always good at talking my way out of stuff, so I
I can
never
imagine.
really had to. Um, you could say punked out. I got, I don't know, punked a few times where some chick drew a line in the sand, and if I stepped over it, it was on. Well, I never stepped over the line, so. But so it took months
Wow.
for him to get me to actually throw a punch. Like, sparring is sparring, light contact. It's not a big deal. You're not going to kill anybody. I was afraid to.
Huh.
So we would do these punching drills just in the air, like yeah, 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 shit like that. And so finally, you'd have a person in front of you, and you'd throw a punch, but you wouldn't make any contact. Well, when you was time to make contact, I still wouldn't make contact. Like, I'd throw a punch, and go off to the side. It would never come straight. No. So I couldn't bring myself to do it. So finally, he backed me up against the wall, and I had to still throw punches, and he was standing in front of me. So I didn't have any choice but to hit him.
Oh, wow.
It was just in the chest. It wasn't like it was hard. It wasn't like it was any
Yeah.
kind of like brawl or anything. But finally, it took months for him to figure out a way to make me make contact.
Did you
Uh,
laugh when you did it?
I was so nervous. I was so nervous and so like upset and like didn't know what to do. But finally, it just was like, okay, all right, this is not as big a deal. Baby steps. So
Yeah.
we took it from there, and then things got better, and I learned how I overcame that. So I overcame that kind of shit. But I still realized at an early point, because I went away to college, like maybe 9 months after I started that, and I got into judo in college. As soon as I got into college, I got into the judo clubs. I was like, yes! Oh my god, this is the judo Jean LaBelle shit.
And you
Yeah!
just slam people to the ground.
And I didn't have to throw punches.
Yeah, just get it.
Ha! So that's how I got into everything. That's how I got into martial arts. I always had the fantasy of the final showdown between good and bad, and the hero emerges the victor, and all that shit. So like, I finally got into martial arts, and I got some shit figured out. But I'd rather choke somebody than punch them in the face. That's just personal.
You get
I
right
still don't like.
behind him and choke him out. I get it.
Yeah,
I
I
like
still don't like punching people. Hate it. I don't like it at all. I punched Roxanne in the forehead and I broke my hand.
Oh,
See, that's what you get for punching people.
wow.
Yeah, that was in our third fight. That was in our third fight. But yeah, so
Well, yeah, if you break your hand, I wouldn't want to punch anybody either. Ugh,
yeah, it
hurts.
sucks. Don't punch him in the forehead. That's never a
Yeah,
good
not in
idea.
the forehead. I hit heads with oh God, what's her name? I can't think of her name right now, but she was sparring with her. I was like, oh God, like I'm at my age. I'm like, I think it was probably about 4 years ago, and I don't want to say my age, but I'm up there. And
Oh,
and
oh, oh.
and
Hey.
and I got some years on you, sister. And I was like, and she comes in on me with like a flying knee, and I'm like, I get out of the way, but head to head, I was like, holy crap.
What the hell? Who was this?
Oh, what the heck is it? Oh my God. We were sparring up in
Pro fighter?
she's pro. I think she's pro now. At the time she might have still been amateur, but it was fun. It's oh God, really bad of me. I can't think. I'm so bad that I can't think of her name right
What
now.
has she fought on?
She did fight for Invicta, I think, one time, and
Okay.
oh
Is
God,
she in the UFC?
no, 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 no. Um,
Is she out of like Connecticut?
no, she's in Massachusetts. Let me hang on. Let me look her
Did
up.
she just recently fight for a title?
No, 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 no. She hasn't fought recently. I think she's just doing maybe some Muay Thai kickboxing now. She went on a leave, but she
Oh,
like one or two fights. It was a couple of years ago, but
oh.
you might not know her. Let me look her up. Hang on for a sec.
I might not. I'm a little bit out of the loop.
I'm
I'm
out
just
of it.
kind of like
I'm
meh.
so out of it too, myself. But I can't believe I'm like having a brain fart. Really
That's funny. I'm 40 and proud. Like I'm 40, but shit. I honestly haven't fought in 3 years. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I can't get a fight.
Well, that was
And people
something.
that do offer me a fight offer me like $700,000. I'm like, I'm not putting in 2 months of training for $700 or $1,000.
Yeah,
That doesn't even cover my medicals.
yeah,
That doesn't even cover my food for like weight cutting. Like,
yeah,
no, I'm sorry.
yeah,
The passion that way is gone. Like I ain't got it no more for that.
yeah. No, you
Like,
need to be making some money. I
yeah.
mean, you're putting
When I was younger, I was all
away.
about it, but now I just got into real estate. I just got my real estate license.
How's that going?
I just signed with Keller Williams 2 days ago.
Nice, good.
Tara LaRosa, real estate agent.
So you make some money now.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah.
I
Well, we
sure
were
didn't
talking
do an
about
MMA.
yeah, we were talking about that on my last podcast for fighters that have been that are in with the oops in with you say the UFC and stuff, and they're only making when they fight. They're only making money when they fight, and I'm like,
Exactly.
gotta
Well, that's how it usually is. I mean, unless you're
something has
doing
to
shit on
give.
the side, like seminars, and
Yeah,
you got like some really cool T-shirt that you're selling. I don't know, like
yeah, but you're not gonna make millions
sponsors.
off of
I never
that.
had sponsors.
Yeah, they were saying
I'm
too,
just
it's
not a.
hard to find
I,
sponsors too. That's what they
I
said.
was never really good at networking, and I always got turned down. I always got, there's just no money in MMA, and there's no return on the investment, and I'm just like, all right, right
Yeah.
on,
So
fine.
that fighter was Sarah Click. So she's a local fighter here. She has fought on, I think, Invicta one time. She came up and fought,
Uh,
and then she's had some fights around here. But oh my God, head to head, I'm like,
she tried to flying knee
she
you.
was doing a flying knee, yeah. And I was like, and I got out of the way of that, but then her head came forward, and my head just
And
happened to be like right,
yeah,
swiped heads. I was like,
and this was recently.
that was a few years ago. It was a few years ago. I haven't been doing any live sparring in maybe about a year or so. I got to get back.
But she, like, you're not a pro fighter. You're not an amateur fighter. You don't have aspirations of fighting. And
Oh, we
she
were.
threw a fucking flying knee on you?
Yeah. She was,
Yeah, she sounds like she needs her fucking ass beat.
she no, she's a good kid, but she just was really
Kid.
functious. She's in her
Kid.
20s. Yeah.
Yeah, she needs to
Different.
be brought down a peg, maybe learn a lesson. I don't know.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
I'd do it.
Yeah.
I'd be more than happy to. That's not okay. It's not okay. I mean, I don't know. I've always been very, very courteous of sparring partners, people that would give me the time, number one, that I could,
Probably.
they would work with me. But if you're training with somebody that's just not on that level or have that kind of aspiration or that kind of a goal, there's a different way that you go with them.
For some reason, maybe because of I had years of Muay Thai training, but I'm not at a level like any of what
Yeah,
fighters are.
I
And
know.
he probably was a little like, who knows? I don't know at the time, but
Oh, I'm going to put this old lady out.
yeah.
I'm going to show her what I can do. I'm going to put this bitch out of the gym. Yeah, I know the mentality.
I know.
I would have fucking knocked that bitch right the fuck out.
I know.
Just
But in
saying.
hindsight, I'm like, it's all water under the bridge and stuff, and I survived. I survived and went back and came back another day with a little, I had like a nice little bump. But
That still sucks.
it's little war stories, but I mean, overall, in all my years of training, I've only had like maybe 2 black eyes or something like that, and that was one of them. And another one was from another girl that, yeah, if I saw her today, I'd like to punch her. That one I'd like to punch.
See, yeah.
But it's fun.
That was my job in Philadelphia Fight Factory. When we had people come in that were just either like street thug or assholes or some hoe bag that was just looking to like date fighters or shit. That was my job. If they were under 170,
Yeah.
I got to run them out of the gym. Or we could say welcome them to the gym.
Welcome.
And if they were over 170, then there was this dude that we had named Judah who used to just light them up. And it was so much fun. It was a good time, But you could plainly tell when there's people there that, like, we had people that would come in and want to just challenge Eddie. They just wanted to fight Eddie.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because he was from Philly. He's from Kensington, local kid that made it, that is doing good. And there'd be these local assholes that would come in and want to be like, yeah, you ain't so fucking tough, blah, blah, blah. And they come in and try and fight him or whatever and set judo on him.
Well, I just had Tanya Evinger on, and she was training for a fight for the UFC.
I know.
Her knee got blown out, and the guy actually came into the gym, went hard or whatever, and got ridiculous, and then left. And like, she probably never see him again. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And just kind of like,
almost like totally destroyed her career.
Yes.
For like how long now? How long is it? Like a year almost?
It's been.
It's not a year ago.
6 or 7 months, I think, maybe a little longer. But yeah, like huge.
Not cool.
Very not
cool. Like serious surgery, reconstructive surgery and shit. Like, yeah, I know. I've talked to her about it.
Yeah.
I love Tanya. She's my life coach.
Yeah.
Tanya's my life coach. I love her.
She's been through it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She's fun.
Yeah, she is some of the original School of Hard Knocks.
Yes, totally.
Trust me.
Totally. And I think the younger women that are coming up through the ranks can learn a lot from, say, you and Tanya. But like, what are you doing now? Like for training? Are you teaching? I
teach.
Becoming a real estate agent.
I'm a real estate agent.
You're a real estate agent, which is so cool. But
I teach. Basically, I just do like basic kickboxing, cardio kickboxing, stand up. I throw a little bit of like self-defense awareness in to my classes, just random shit. I don't stress that. I I don't like putting on self-defense classes. I'd rather put on self-awareness classes
Sure.
because I think it puts people in a different kind of mindset. When
Yeah.
you say self-defense, they immediately think like that stupid bullshit, like poke them in the eyes, kick them in the nuts, and run away. That's not what I want people to think of self-defense. So I'm trying to, when I do actually start getting into doing self-awareness or whatever it gets to be called, I want to try and rebrand it and stress it in a different way.
Sure.
I'm not a fan of it. I'm a fan of concealed and carry.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say I'm a gun nut because I'm definitely not a gun nut. It took a
Right.
little convincing. Like my friend Shayna Baszler kind of got me into guns. Like I've shot and I taught riflery at one point when I was just out of college, at a summer camp for kids. I
Mm-hmm.
taught riflery and archery. Go figure. And
Makes sense to me.
I was just not really into guns. I shot all kinds of different weapons. Like some guy came over a few weekends, and all of us that were camp counselors, we would shoot. There was like a range there. It was cool, but I've always been more archery oriented, knife, things like that. More
Yeah.
natural weapons that you could find in the environment. Pick
Right.
up a fucking broom, or
Yeah.
some shit like that, a log,
That was
whatever.
my
Yeah,
training. More weapons that you could
yeah,
find, or
yeah.
or
I've never been
clubs,
super gun
knives,
oriented,
brooms.
but now I'm all about it.
And
And
why is that? Why are you all about it now? What changed?
because there's just, after some of the things that I've been through, I think that if you're not going to dedicate your life and dedicate time to learning martial arts and awareness, then you need to do something else. And if you really, really are in a bad situation, or if you're entering into uh, if you're in a situation where you have an ex that is volatile and there's a restraining order, you need more than a fucking restraining order. A piece of paper is not going to stop him if he really wants to fucking hurt you.
Yeah.
I think you need to do more than that. And if you just got a restraining order in February and you decide to, excuse me, start taking self-defense classes, later in that month, and then he comes at you in March, that's not enough time to learn anything. He surprises you out there. There's a case in New Jersey where this woman got a restraining order from, it was either her ex-boyfriend or her husband or whatever the hell it was, and she applied. New Jersey's impossible to get a gun in. You can't get a gun license for anything. It's very hard. She applied for concealed carry, and New Jersey is notoriously for taking a long ass time, between 4 and 10 months, to
Mm.
get your license.
Mm.
While she had the license going through, it was a very high risk case. She had a restraining order against the guy. He showed up at her home, waited for her. She got out of her car, and he fucking killed her right
Ah,
in her driveway.
wow.
Then what? No, you're dead.
Yeah.
Now you're fucking dead. Oh, but your license is still processing. It might come through. What do you do in the meantime? It's not. It's. I mean, there are circumstances
Mhm.
that warrant concealed and carry, but you also have to be fucking responsible.
Yeah.
Don't leave your gun out where your kids can get to it.
Yeah.
Don't flash it around. People don't need to know.
Yeah.
People don't need to know that you have that. You don't want people to know. That draws attention to you. It can possibly make you a target.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of things to it that people don't understand, and everybody wants to bag on the NRA. NRA ain't got nothing to do with it. The NRA, to me, I mean, I've always wanted to be a member of the NRA, this and that, the other, whatever. I grew up on a farm. I'm a country kid. It's a different
Mm-hmm.
deal.
Mm-hmm.
But I looked into the NRA, and basically it's kind of like an insurance company. Like I think for like your basic NRA membership, or maybe it was the big one, like the lifetime one or something. It insures your guns up to like $750 or $1,000 or something like that. I was like, oh, it's kind of like an insurance company, if anything. So I mean, that's it. Like I'm like, no, the NRA doesn't kill people. That's ridiculous. And NRA members are generally pretty upstanding.
Mm-hmm.
But I am a lot more pro-gun now also, especially if you're in like really shitty places. Chicago's no fucking joke.
Yeah.
There are still parts of Detroit that are not okay.
Yeah.
Trenton, New Jersey, Camden, New Jersey. Dude, no. Move if you have to. Get the
Right.
fuck out of there.
That would be the thing, to move.
Yeah. Seriously, just move.
Yeah.
But and then there's just some programs that are coming out now that are really, really spectacular. That like Tim Kennedy's program, the Sheepdog Response, the Sheepdog Response program, and it goes through everything. It goes through situations and how to read them and how to read people and how to keep yourself safe and to avoid things from even happening. I mean, it's an incredible course, and I can't speak highly enough of it.
And
but that's what I'm talking about.
It teaches, like, say, women how to carry a gun and how to shoot a gun. And
yes, absolutely. And how to be comfortable with it.
Yeah.
Many of us are not comfortable with firearms. Many of us are not comfortable with a gun because we don't know how they work. Yeah. Because we don't know how easy is it to pull the trigger. How easy is it to unlock the trigger or to take the safety off? Or what if it happens on accident? Or, there's a lot of things there are a lot of myths and a lot of things that people don't know about guns, myself included. Mm-hmm. But once you get more familiar and you realize that the gun's not going to get up and pull the trigger by itself, and that there are ways to keep the gun very safe, then you start to learn these things and you become not more intimate with it, but just more accustomed, and there's not that fear. It's kind of like the fear of punching that I had.
Yeah.
Just because I throw a punch at somebody doesn't mean I'm going to kill them.
Right.
Exactly. There's a lot of things, but I do suggest as a form of self-defense, if you're really, really serious and you're a responsible human being and not some kind of fucking wackadoo,
right?
I would suggest concealed carry.
Yeah,
absolutely, especially for women. For women.
I know women that carry, and I know why they do, and I don't blame them. I think one woman, she's a real estate agent, actually, so she goes to homes, by herself, and it could be, a male potential client.
Yeah.
And not that she's letting anybody know that she's carrying a gun, but she does carry to protect herself because she doesn't know what could occur or happen. And I can remember years ago, and the guy ended up getting fired, but like I had a guy come into my home when I had my kids when they were small, and he was giving me an estimate. He was worked with a big company, and he was supposed to give an estimate on the roof. And I'm like by a window and up against the kitchen counter, and he came up right behind me and got really close. And he came up right frontwards, got like this to me. And I turned around, gave him my rear end, back end, and slid, and then went out the door and brought it out into public because I was like, what the hell is this guy trying to do? And later on, I found out he got fired. And later on, I found out he didn't work for the company anymore. And later on, I found out through the grapevine that he had assaulted some other women in their homes.
Yeah.
And that's, what could have happened if I had some training. I knew, okay, I got to get away from this guy since something was off. And
yeah, seriously,
Spidey senses up and to get away from the person. But I think sometimes people freeze. Women particularly will freeze. So having a firearm as a real estate agent or as a female, builder, I would totally,
100%. There's a case down in
contact with on sites where there's cement.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when real estate agents, you're going to show a new house, and maybe the owners are there, or maybe you're with a buyer that you don't know that well. Know where the entrances and exits are.
Exactly.
But easy questions to ask. How many doors to the exterior are there? Is the garage attached? Yeah. Is there a door that leads out into the garage?
Mm,
Is there a Bilko door in the basement to get up and out?
right.
What kind of, that's a regular real estate question that you can absolutely ask without raising any kind of alarm. Know where things are, know how to get in and out of places.
Yeah.
Let somebody know that you're going.
Yeah.
And maybe if you're that scared, have your phone ready to dial 911 at just the press of a button. That's it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that you can do to, like you did, instead of making some big loud scene, like, hey, back up off of me, or blah, 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 there's nobody else in your house that's going to help you.
No, there was nobody there. And I didn't
You
even know if
changed
anybody would be
yeah,
outdoors either. But
you
I was
changed
like,
your body positioning, and you got out of the situation.
yeah.
Simple enough. And without doing that, who knows what could have happened? Could have costed you your life.
Well, who knows? I mean,
Yeah.
there was weapons like on the other side of the counter. There were knives, but I mean, he could have, done something. He could have touched me in a certain way or whatever. It didn't get to that, but it could
Yep.
have.
Exactly.
And I was just like, I'm not going to let it get there, because then you are kind of forced to struggle or fight, or
Yes.
or say
Yep.
something firm or whatever. And
get yourself out of the situation as
absolutely.
quietly and efficiently as you can.
That is the big takeaway for women to do. Absolutely.
Yes.
But anyways, so yeah, so you've had a lot of changes. You've moved around the country. You have a new, I don't know how new, but like you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
Yay.
We're coming up on 2 years.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
finally. I found somebody worth keeping around.
That's awesome.
Right? Yeah.
That's really wonderful, because I
It's
know,
fun.
like, there's been a history. I know some of it. Like, I know you had a warrior guy, a long time ago, lost him in all your fights. You would be like, you'd point up and you'd say, hey.
Yeah.
And so I know that was a big struggle. So I'm thrilled for you. It's nice to find somebody that you care about.
It is. And he's from Las Vegas, and growing up, he split time between Las Vegas and San Diego, and he hates the desert. And so I had gone out to Las Vegas, and stayed with them, and like we were out there for probably 8 months and whatever, and finally his job didn't work out, and then training that I was doing was absolutely flatlined. And we decided, let's get the fuck out of here. And so we both like cold weather, and we both love water and trees and green places, fresher air. And so we were like, where the hell do we go? And with doing what I do, with training and teaching and all that shit, I can go anywhere in the world that I want. So it started with the conversation of, did you know that you could buy a house in Detroit for $700?
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you might not make it up the driveway in that particular area, but did you know? And so we just started kind of looking around there, and I have a couple friends over here, and it was between Detroit or Anchorage, Alaska.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I'm an adventurer. I want to go someplace new that I've never been. I want to try some new shit. I've always had a fascination with Alaska.
Wow.
So, and I like cold weather. I love cold weather. I don't like the desert. It's disgusting. It's gross. Yeah. Why people decide to build a big giant city in the middle of the fucking sand with no ocean near it is beyond me. Yeah. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's terrible. So we decided on Detroit because he couldn't find his passport, so we wouldn't have been able to drive up through Canada to get to Anchorage anyway.
Wow. So I'm going to touch back on Anchorage again, but like in Detroit, are you living in a safe area, or are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not Mad Max territory, okay. I promise. It's beautiful up here. Okay. And they've done so much. They've done so much to clean it up. I mean, a lot of the burned out houses or crack houses or boarded up houses they've demolished, and now it's just vacant lot. A lot of places that were really, really bad like that, it's just big vacant lot, and there's just grass growing. There's still some bad places, but they're slowly really starting to contain them, get rid of them, and turn things around. And there is a lot of economic growth up here. I got to tell you, there are jobs and jobs and jobs. I
Wow.
can't, from help wanted at Burger King or CVS or the local car wash to IT jobs or jobs at Ford or jobs at, I mean, there's everything. It runs the gamut. Anything that you could possibly be into, you could find a job here in Detroit.
Wow.
It's a lot of people are coming here now.
Wow.
I
I
mean,
was
I don't know what people think about I don't know who your target audience is, but I mean, love him or hate him, everything that Trump is doing right now, economically, is Detroit is benefiting from it.
real.
Like, jobs and companies are moving back into the area because there's a lot of places that have been vacant or abandoned, and it's a lot more economical to move here and run your company out of this area. And
Yeah.
there's so many people looking for jobs,
Yeah.
and employment is going great. I mean, people are, it's really, it's starting to prosper again. It
That's
feels like Detroit's coming back, and everybody around here is pretty optimistic. And people don't realize it's gorgeous. It's
really.
green. It's beautiful. There's trees and grass. There's lakes all over the damn place.
That's
There's this big ass lake right next to Detroit, Lake St. Clair, that people don't even know about.
huh.
It connects two of the big lakes, Lake Huron and Lake Erie. And
Interesting.
it's this it's gorgeous. It's ridiculous.
Well,
People don't even know.
I was gonna say, oh, you've made your gym now your environment. Like when you said you moved to Detroit or whatever, I was like, oh wow, she's going into some rough and badass areas because that's
No, no, not at all. No. I'm not a city kid. I grew up out in the country. I'm a farm kid. But it's beautiful out here. And the thing is, like, so I guess they consider like 8 Mile. Of course, you've heard of the movie. 8 miles and below is kind of like, it can be. Like, there's pockets. But if you go, and honestly, that's how the streets are numbered. As it goes up like that, 8 Mile, 9 Mile, 10 Mile, all the way up to, I think it's like 36 Mile or something.
Wow.
You get up to 30, 32, 36 Mile, you're out in the country.
Wow.
I mean,
That's nice.
Fields.
Yeah.
Vacant, like, trees, wooded area, and it's beautiful.
Wow.
I mean, seriously, like, a lot of, like, untouched areas.
Cool.
It's gorgeous.
So how
Who knew? Who fucking knew?
So how do you see, like, what are your plans right now for your future? Like being, a veteran of a fight veteran of mixed martial arts, and now where you're in Detroit and you got, the boyfriend, life's coming together, you got stuff going on. What are you creating now for yourself?
I don't know. Honestly, like, my life has been basically centered around just being happy, finding happiness, and in different places. Like, if that doesn't make me happy, let's try this. If this doesn't make me happy, let's try that. That's kind of been like my whole thing, because I spent a lot of time as a younger adult very miserable and depressed or shitty or bad outlook. So, like, honestly, it's more about finding happiness, and right now I'm pretty happy.
Cool.
It's hard because, of course, I'm transitioning from MMA. I'm not retired. I haven't retired because I'm definitely open to taking a fight. If something comes along, that offers me, something decent, I'm not gonna fight for fucking $500-$700. Like, I'm over that portion of my fucking life.
Yeah.
But so I'm not out of it, but I guess I'm transitioning into whatever's next. There's a lot of things. I mean, I've been thinking about real estate for years. And I think it's very interesting because, I mean, we were looking at houses, and we were thinking about buying something instead of throwing money into rent where you're getting no equity at all. And, like, we just look at, and it's just interesting. different houses and different locations and what they have to offer and how close are they to this and what kind of amenities are near that and how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, is the full basement, is the attic usable, shit like that. I think it's fascinating to me. I mean, maybe it sounds boring to other people, but I would love to help people find the house of their dreams, a house that fits them and suits their needs. You know, that's a big thing.
Right.
Buying a house is a big fucking deal. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's a lifetime savings for a lot of people. So that's something really special. And so you want to really help them. I would love to help people find that one special place that could be their forever home that they're going to raise their family in and make their lifetime memories in, grow old in, and look back at the wonderful memories and little check marks on the wall for how their kids grew and shit like that. Like that's just the kind of thing that appeals to me. You know, so I'm into it. Like I'm into it. So I thought I'd give it a shot. Why not?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, well, it sounds like too you had a lot of years of time really for yourself and your, you know, exploring, you know, your fight career and everything. And it sounds to me like now you're kind of like, oh, I'm liking maybe a little bit of settling down kind of stuff.
Yeah, I've been moving around a lot. I've moved around a lot in the past 20 years to the point where you get so disoriented when you move into a new place that you wake up in the middle of the night and there's a wall where the door should be. And like you're just disoriented and you're just displaced and you just can't even get your bearings. I just want to kind of maybe settle the hell down. And New Jersey is just too expensive. You can't even deal, like I wouldn't even be able to pay taxes on a place.
Right.
It's ridiculous. And just the way things are going over there now, I'm sad. But, you know, Jersey proud. I'm from Jersey, whatever it's worth. But, yeah, so Michigan is neat. It's a world of adventure up here.
Awesome. I'm glad you found your place.
Yeah, let's hope.
Who
knows? Maybe next year we'll move to Anchorage. Just seems to be how it goes.
Take a trip. You've been there before, haven't you?
No, I've never been to Alaska. No, but I watch all of the Alaska shows on TV.
Really? Oh, wow.
I even have an Alaska app that tells you everything about it. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. I follow the weather. It's ridiculous.
See if you like it first.
Yeah, that's what I think.
And check it out or whatever.
I imagine the people are probably a little bit weird. I mean, number one, you live in majority. It's very fucking cold.
Yeah.
And it's very dark for a lot of the times, sometimes. And you're kind of cordoned off from the rest of the world.
Yeah.
So it could be interesting
to make that choice to go there. Like, ooh, that's a big transition from going, you know, from
right.
You are even and going up there.
But I want to do it while I'm young, while I can still move around, and not. It's not like I'm 70 years old and I can't pick up my couch. I can't pick up the TV on my own. I got to hire people to do it. Like, I still have the energy, and I still, you know, I'm still young enough to do adventures like that, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
yes.
I don't know.
So, will you still be doing jujitsu too? I mean, do they have jujitsu in?
Yeah, where I'm at, like the gym that I fell into, Fuse MMA. Okay. They have jujitsu, gi and no gi, and they have Muay Thai kickboxing, and they have kids classes, and I teach the women's kickboxing class, and it's awesome. It's fun.
Awesome. Do you think? I mean, have you looked in Anchorage, and do they have anything up there for?
They do. There's actually a pretty good gym there. There's a pretty good school there. Yeah, but actually a couple black belts too. So like, all right, that's cool.
Wow.
And there's actually Alaska Fighting Championships. There's been a long running promotion up there since I think it started up somewhere in like. Shit, I don't know, like the early 2000s.
So if you
they've been around a while.
Get on their fight card.
Right? I tried. I did. Actually, last year I spoke to them and I was like, I am super interested in fighting for your organization. I mean, I was like, I know you probably think that I'm super expensive because, I've
Yeah.
fought on all kinds of shit. But honestly, I just wanted to fight on their show for the trip up there. And
Yeah.
for the reason to go up there. I would have fought for like $400. I didn't care. I just wanted to go see Alaska. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
That would be one, that would be a paid vacation.
Exactly. That's how I looked at it. That's
That
how
would
I
be
looked
fun,
at it.
right? That would
Yeah.
be
So, but
awesome.
they couldn't find anybody for me to fight. So,
Oh, maybe in another year or
eh,
two, they need to
some.
find somebody
Look,
come up to
my
speed.
biological clock is ticking off the wall here.
Oh,
It's time to get going.
I true. I know. Like that. That's the thing. I mean, there is a woman at our gym that's still. She's 46, and I think she's still fighting. She's still an amateur. She started like in her 40s, and
Yeah.
still has that. Get out there, that little edge. And I'm like,
Oh yeah.
it's awesome.
There's still people like, I mean, even in the UFC, Marion Renault. I think she's 40 or 41.
Wow.
Yeah, that chick's in fucking shape. Oh
Wow.
my god, chick is ferocious.
Well, you
Holy
gotta
shit.
think that you have a mental edge when you have that kind of wisdom, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'm
not
just
like years of experience, wisdom or something.
Yeah, I've also
That
got years of experience and I'm a little burnout, to be honest. I'm kind of like, ugh. If it doesn't involve politics in the sport, then yeah, okay, I'll take that fight, sure. But if I gotta jump through all kinds of political hoops and dot my T's or dot my I's and cross my T's and all that stupid shit, that I'm not interested.
right,
Just
right.
count me out. I'm good. Seriously.
Oh, I have one
So.
little last question for you because we have been on for a little while now.
Oh shit! Yeah, we
I
have.
lost track of time with you. Oh my word. But one of them is I kind of ask everybody this. It's like, were you ever told no or kept from doing something because you were a woman, and how did you deal with it?
Well, of course.
I know.
Oh, of course, sure I did. I just let's see. I'm trying to think of specific instances.
So it's more than one.
Oh
That's
Christ,
a lot.
my whole life. I mean, I've always been interested in more, I guess, things and activities that were geared more toward men. So of course I got told no a whole lot. I I wanted so much to go into the military. I really like coming out of high school and then even into college. I wanted to go into the military. Like that was what I was going to do after college. Go into the military. That's what I wanted to do. But at that time, the mid and late '90s, there was no options for women to do cool shit.
Yeah.
We couldn't do anything. You can't. I mean, you can't go infantry. You can't do
The
special
option.
forces. You can't do any cool shit.
Right.
And honestly, like legit, this is gonna sound weird, but I just wanted to like shoot bad guys and blow shit up. Like that's what I wanted to do. Like I don't want to sit there and do paperwork or shit like that. It's just not my deal.
Yeah, it was. I
Um,
think it might have been even. You were either medical you'd be a nurse or something like that, or some sort.
yeah,
You know,
combat medic. I
combat.
wasn't really into
That
the
would
whole
be the
medical thing.
closest thing. That would be the closest thing to getting any
Yeah.
sort of live action. I think.
So it just that never happened, which is unfortunate. As that would have been cool. Like that would have been. That's probably the only other thing that really ever interested me, other than martial arts. Like I really not interested in anything.
Yeah.
Like my mom always wanted me to come back to Woodstown, New Jersey, and work in a bank. Why don't you work in one of the banks?
Yeah.
Or why don't you substitute teach?
Yeah.
Mom,
I know.
stop it. Just
That's what I
stop it. Just
know. Like,
please.
be a teacher or be a nurse or or
Yeah,
hairdresser.
hairdresser. That's a big one.
Right. Not that those are, they're right for some people, but for
Not,
you and
yeah.
that ain't gonna cut, like that ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
Like,
Not that those are bad jobs. Some people, I
yeah.
mean,
I
they're
mean,
they're badass at it, but
yes, and
not
I think
not
that's
my deal.
wonderful that they can do that. But when you're looking at uh people
I
with
was just
different needs to
yeah.
feel like themselves,
Yeah.
It's going into some other profession where I completely understand you wanting to be in the military. I had never even considered that until I got much older. And then I realized, I'm like, that is part of my natural being, but I wasn't awoken to it until much later when I started my martial arts career. Like,
Yeah, because even back
and I
when we were
realized,
growing up,
this is it. This is
yeah.
what I've been like looking for all this time, and I didn't even know it existed in me.
Well, there was still it was still rare for women to do a lot of things outside of the box. Like
Yeah,
80s, 90s, women were just starting to branch out and do like different, maybe non-traditional things. And
right.
the same with men. Men were crossing over into things like nurses and orderlies, things like that were traditionally
Yeah, I
women's
mean, you couldn't even
jobs,
be a doctor back
secretaries,
then.
whatever.
You couldn't
Yeah.
be a doctor. Like,
So,
a female doctor was so rare. I mean,
yep.
they exist, but it was rare to come across one. Now
Yeah.
it's not, but thankfully.
Yep. So that was so well
But
not that I wasn't so much told no about that. It was just not
available.
available what I really wanted to do. And then I mean I don't know about how much of it was a woman. I was also told that I couldn't do two sports. I couldn't excel in MMA and jiu-jitsu at the same time. I had to pick one or the other. Well, I basically told everybody to fuck off, and I became number one in both.
Yeah.
So if you're still watching, this is still what I think of you. Yeah. So you can. Yes, you can. You just got to want to do it.
Yeah.
As a woman, it was just I was told a lot that like I managed myself for a really long time because it was small shows. What the fuck did I need a manager for? Who's going to take a 10 or 15% cut of my money? I was only making like $500. The hell? Why are you going to give somebody a cut of that? It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I was told that, well, there's really no market for women. You know, it's just really not that big of a deal. It's more of a sideshow than anything else. I got told this by promoters.
Woo.
I got told this by promoters. There's just, there's really no market for it, and it's just. Are you fucking serious right now?
Yeah.
That was like the big thing. Like people that actually put on women's fights had the best responses to those fights throughout the rest of the card.
Exactly.
Because some of them were the better fights.
They were. I was there. I saw them.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my word.
But it was used as a bargaining chip to keep you from asking too much money, or to keep you under their thumb. Give you, oh well, it's very $300.
Yeah. Yeah.
You fucking kidding me right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of that. Because I'm a woman, I'm sure there are more instances, but the thing with it is, when I would hear something like that, or somebody give me that kind of like a vibe or a tone, I just either I circumvented it and went and found a different way to do it, or I just changed my direction and did something else. Like with the whole military thing, instead of going to the military, I was more interested in physical fitness and PT than anything, Like, I just wanted to stay in shape. Like, my whole life had revolved around sports. What the fuck are you going to do after college? You're not playing sports anymore. Right. Shit, what do you do then? Oh, no, you go sit in a fucking cubicle in a goddamn office and you get fat. So that sucks. Yeah. But I found MMA. And so that was just the only avenue that was presented to me, or that I could find to get into, to keep my love of competition and physicality and just physical fitness alive. And so it was just a hobby. I didn't ever want to become number one or make it a career or anything, but it just kind of happened. That's just how it worked out. And that's just, I come from manual laborers.
Yes.
I mean, that's what's in my blood. We're not CEOs, and we're not like, we don't do paperwork. Like, my family, I come from a long line of farmers. No. And that's what
And you're a pioneer in women's mixed martial arts. I want to thank you, Tara, for helping me today, giving me the what's up on the last few months of you, setting men straight on
The internet troll.
women should be, training in martial arts or not. On whether
I
they
mean, just
carry
do it for
guns,
fitness, for fuck's
and
sake.
or
Get your ass in shape.
just to get into it. And
Yeah.
so I just want to thank you. I'm going to actually bow. I'm just going to shut the recording off. But
Okay, cool.
I want to thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
It was awesome. So, hey, that was Tara LaRosa. She was a pioneer in women's MMA, and she really did a lot for helping to bring the sport up. If you like what you heard today and are eager to hear more, remember to subscribe, download on iTunes, or better yet, drop us a line or an email to get updates on up-and-coming guests. And you can also check out my blog at evolvewmma.com or simply follow us at facebook.com/I love WMMA. This is Shelley Devine. Until next time, thanks for listening.